Peace, chicken grease, and hair grease.
Oh, Lord. That's
Peace
the
to the Middle East and hair grease.
Should have made that up. That's like Jubilee. That's like a Jubilee rap. Welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy DJ KO. My co-host K Jack cannot be here today. She had some difficulties coming in, so I got to handle the show by myself. So to all the fans, to all the viewers, to all the subscribers, I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the show. I thank you guys for all your comments that you sent in. Much love to you guys for all the support. I love you guys, and we're going to continue to bring good content. So today, we have a special guest to the show. One reason why the show is called Culturally Distinct, because we have distinctions within our culture. You know what I'm saying? We are black, but us as black people, we do a lot of different things, right? And today's guest, she does a slew of things, right? And we're going to get into it today. So I'd like everybody to welcome to the show, Dr. Rosa Mack.
Thank you so much.
Don't be modest. Don't be modest, Doc. Can I call you Doc? I gotta call you?
You
Doc,
can, whatever you like.
Dr. Mack, Rosa.
Doc is fine. Dr. Ro, whatever you like to call me, it's fine.
Okay. I see you got the hand thing going. So
I do. I talk with my hands. That's my thing.
That's good. So, Doc, let me ask you this. First and foremost, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Much love. You looking good today. I see
Thanks,
you.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
looking. Y'all know I'm already suited and booted when I come on the show, but, you know, she's showing me up. I don't like that, you know. It might be a light-skin thing. No.
Oh,
anyway.
Don't do me like that.
So, Doc, let the people know exactly where are you from?
So I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
But I relocated to Houston with Hurricane Katrina about 15 years ago. So I've been here.
Oh, you've been
ever
here
since. And most people can tell when I'm from once they hear my southern twang.
Right. Well, what part of New Orleans you from?
Downtown, 7th Ward area.
Oh, okay, so you went to St. Mary's?
I did.
Oh, Lord.
I did. All-girl Catholic high school.
Hey, look, we probably know all the same people because even though I'm from the West Bank.
Well, they say the West Bank is the best bank, but I beg to differ on that.
Well, especially now it is since Katrina. Well, let me see. Katrina hit in 2005, and New Orleans downtown was popping. But after Katrina, everybody started, that didn't leave the state. They started, going to the West Bank.
Or in Slidell.
Oh, yeah, the North Shore.
Yeah.
Well, North Shore is really popping. You just got to have a little money to stay there.
Yes.
Anyway, so, Doc, let me ask you, what is it, we're going to get into what is it that you do, but your main daytime job, what is it that you do?
So I'm mainly teaching. So officially, I become a doctor at the end of this year in November.
Congrats.
I graduate in December.
Congrats.
Thank you. So I'm dissertation only right now. But while I'm going through the process of writing my dissertation, I also teach at the University of Houston. So I teach.
Oh, wow.
I teach teacher candidates. So if you are in school to become a teacher, I teach those literacy classes.
Oh, dope.
Such as elementary literature and things like that.
So it's like kind of an English major, kind of, sort of?
Well, it's urban education with a literacy focus.
So what is that? Urban education, what is that?
So it's about how to teach students with...
Black students?
Well,
urban?
Different ethnicities. So
I got
Black, Hispanic, multicultural.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the term urban, when they use urban, it says strictly black and brown.
Exactly, black and brown kids. And unfortunately, many educators aren't prepared to teach that population of students.
That is true.
We have a group of teachers that come from Teach for America.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
And they have a hard time with discipline and just accessing the background of students and teaching our students the way they need to be taught.
Yeah, I think actually, I was having a conversation with somebody a while back about this. And I was saying that our kids, when I say our kids, black and brown, no hate to no other groups, but we have a certain way that we understand certain things. Like one word can mean so many things, right? I think I was looking at Instagram. What's the word? You good. You good, right?
Right.
That term, you good, means so many things in our culture.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, when you have literature, when you have, say, for instance, Shakespeare or Hamlet, one of these type of English type of pieces of work, I'm like, I'm black, man. I don't understand what they let down thy hair and come on, man. Like, I think the Bible also. The Bible's written in Greek and Hebrew, but it's like when you read it, it's like, what am I saying?
Right. But if you look at the history of reading instruction, it started with religious backgrounds and using the Bible and teaching reading for learning religion.
Okay.
But now we're trying to get into the classroom where, is Shakespeare really important in these classical pieces, or teaching our students to read text about people who look like them?
Absolutely. And that's important.
It's very important.
Because if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Shakespeare, is that important? Even though I know you can't say it, I'm going to say it for you. Just give me a nod. Is Shakespeare important? All right, good job. Good. Hey, look. Because Shakespeare, I'm like, yo, what? If I graduate from college or graduate from high school and go into a trade school, why is Shakespeare so important? It's not. And that's not, that has nothing to do with my lineage.
It's just about interpreting the literature.
Okay.
And learning how to make those interpretations, and in the same way you would when you study poetry.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's different, though.
It's different, but just the interpretation. Because
poetry I consider poetry is rap or R&B.
Exactly.
Or some type of art form that we utilize to understand our culture, So what made you get into being a professor?
Well, I have been a high school English teacher for 16 years. And I just was ready for a change. Being in the classroom for 15 years, it was just getting repetitive, exhausting. The population was changing. Students are changing. And I was just ready for a change myself.
Okay.
And I decided to go back to school and make this happen. And it really was a great decision. I love what I do. What
you mean that students was changing? They crazy?
Well, over time, back in the day, students had respect for adults.
Okay.
A little more respect. And now, at 16, we have students that are raising themselves.
Yeah. But I don't know. All right, so I think the difference is social media.
That's a major, major concern. And not only that, but also so many students are becoming celebrities, social media celebrities, YouTube celebrities.
Absolutely.
They're making money based on social media, so they really don't think an adult can tell them much.
Right, that's true.
I'm grown, I'm adult. My mama can't tell me anything. I'm paying her bills.
But that's the same thing. So, all right, just look at it where we from. We from New Orleans. We know a lot of people that was 15, 16 had kids. 3 or 4 kids, right? At that age, right?
They did.
Or they had dope boys that was making crazy money, and they was taking care of their family. But they had more respect because they had forefathers and elders to say, okay, well, if it's a woman, if it's a child, or if it's an athlete, we're going to take care of those because them the ones that's going to take care of the hood when they get out, right?
Right.
So now I guess when social media hit, it's like you said, everybody's a celebrity, and now I can do that. Why can't I do that if this person is doing it and they're my age? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And now what's the value of an education when I'm successful already?
That's an interesting point. I'm glad you said that. Hey, I'm glad a doctor, a college professor said that. What is the importance of education?
So it depends on your goals and values and where you see yourself. I do not think you should attend college and spend your money on going to a university if it's not valuable for your future.
Okay.
So if you aspire to be a teacher, then you need that.
Okay. Yeah.
If you aspire to be a doctor, you have to attend college.
Yes, that's true.
But if you aspire to be an entrepreneur and you need to learn skills, then you need to go to school and learn those skills. I wouldn't invest my money in a college education if it's only going to add to debt.
That's true. But a lot of kids and a lot of your students, they're under the assumption, like we was under the assumption, you go to college, you graduate, you're going to get a quote-unquote good job, right? Get out here, you're making $40,000, $50,000 a year. In Louisiana, it's $30,000 a year, You living almost above poverty line. It's like, man, this is whack. I went to school, got in debt, $50,000 for school, got a college education, no low blow to the teachers, but become an educator, making $25,000 a year, first starting off. I'm like, this is what? When I see my man over here, he didn't step foot. He went to welding school, at a little tech college for 2 years, and he's making 110. It's like, I wasted my time.
Well, the thing is, do your research and know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes right out of high school, you're not mature enough to know what I want to do yet. That's why many students go to college and they just take basic courses. Mm-hmm. So they know when I'm a junior, I'll have my mind made up by then. No blow to my daughter, but she's 18 years old.
Okay.
She wasn't really ready for college when she went. And then we had the whole COVID transition with online learning, and she didn't do very well.
Right.
But now she's a YouTube celebrity, and she's not really interested in school as much as she should be. But she wants to be a doctor. She's like, I want to have my degree. I want to be a doctor. Well, make sure this is what you want to do before you continue on this journey.
I think that it's like I guess that goes into the I don't know if you get into football or sports, NCAA sports.
A little bit, just the same.
Who that? That's right. Hey, who that? Hey, shout out to the Saints fans out there. But these college kids are getting paid now to perform, and you probably have some students that's athletes, that high profile athletes, and they're getting paid. I think it goes into that. I think if a kid has the talent or has the body or the look, they could get paid for that now to get what they need in the future. And
that's an excellent point, because some students, they use college as that stepping stone, especially the athletes, to go pro to the next level, even if they're not going to use the degree.
Correct.
So it just depends on the situation. It depends on your vision for your future.
Right.
But you have to do the research.
That is true.
That's the thing. You know, it's about the hustle. There's many women who do that dance to go put themselves through school.
I love it.
I love it too.
I tip them real well.
I don't knock any hustle at all.
I tip them real well.
So do I.
Hey, shout out to the strippers. Shout out to the strippers. So let me ask you this: since you're in you're a college professor and you have the educational background, let's talk about COVID and this online learning thing. I don't want to get your, well, honestly, I want to get your opinion, but keep it safe at the same time. What you think about that?
So I think that.
Be careful now. Be careful.
It's okay. No, I think that schools should be flexible.
Okay.
And most of the time they are, to allow people a choice.
Okay.
Do I feel safe going into the classroom, or should I continue online learning? Because I think that forcing someone to be in a public environment, knowing we have these different variants that's evolving every week, is not realistic.
Right.
So, did parents and students struggle with online learning? They did, but I think that should still be an option, and everyone should have a choice. Nothing should be forced on anyone.
Right. But that's hard, though, for those kids and for the teachers.
It is. And for the parents. Because the parents had to become the teachers.
Right.
And when parents have to go to work, who's going to sit there? Who can they hire to sit there? What are they going to do?
Nobody. I want to get your take on this. As far as education for black males, do you think, and I don't want to single those guys out, but I think the education system is not for black males as far as learning. Because, they diagnose most black males with what? ADHD or some type of ADD, some type of disorder. They want an active black man who has an active brain, who's intelligent, but they want them to sit in the seat still for 55 minutes or something like that?
Depending. 40 to 50, 40, could be 90.
Right, and on the Tuesday and Thursday class is 90 minutes, right? Straight, and look at a whiteboard with a teacher. Most of the time doesn't look like you, but a whack teacher. It's like, why are we here? What's the motivation?
Well, now we have such things such as culturally responsive teaching that we're hoping teachers will become trained on how to teach students using this method for cultural students. Okay. Students from different ethnicities and how they learn. But I said that to say that many black men, they need some education just to be literate. Okay, so what actually is literate?
What is literate?
And as we evolve, that definition terms. It's not just learning how to read and write anymore.
Correct.
Can you communicate? Can you use computer technology?
Okay.
These are skills that you need to learn, because I'm just really tired of our black men being labeled as illiterate.
Oh, yeah, right.
But
the thing is, okay, and who's using that term?
You know, you'll see many studies just saying how the studies and the research will show how black men are reading significantly below grade level than others.
That is true.
And so those things need to change. So an education is important. So no matter what field you're in, even with you doing this, you have to be able to communicate effectively.
But I think that's just being savvy. You don't need to be educated. So if a person, for instance, you've been out, are you single?
I am single.
You single. So I'm pretty sure guys come to you all the time, right? And they have a conversation with you. Some guys have good games. Some guys have horrible game, right?
True.
It's all about the practice.
It's about the practice.
If you practice and you got a mouthpiece, you good.
And some people need to work on that.
Look, the thing is, before I was married, it was easy for me. When I say easy, I ain't gonna say easy. I could get any women. I'm not gonna say that. But having a conversation with somebody, just like they're my best friend, that's easy because I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at what they have or who they are or how they look. I'm looking at them as a person, just like me. Now they might have different expectations or different mindset going into it, but a conversation is free, right? And at the end of the day, you're gonna say what? Yes or no?
But
talk
when
about
you
it.
have discernment, you can sift through. Everyone's not authentic, and it's so easy for a woman to be able to see who's fake.
That is true.
And you can see who's running game, and you know, I can see exactly where you're going with this. I can see right through what you're doing.
But you know what? You have that. All right, so you have an advantage because you're from New Orleans. I'm not saying any other hood in the world is like this, but most women from New Orleans, they have game with them also. And you know what I'm talking about.
That's true.
I'm not going on camera with it, but
it's because we've had practice dealing with a lot of shenanigans.
Absolutely. And y'all, look, I'm gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say the women, most of the women from New Orleans. You guys are perfect at it, and you guys have a fast tongue.
But you know what I get a lot? Guys will always say, I never expected you to be as cool as you are.
Okay.
So based on looks, just the visuals, they expect me to be stuck up or fake. And I don't know if that's what they get from other parts of the world, from light-skinned women. But we are down to earth and cool. And we're going to keep it real at all times. So
you telling me if we was on a vacation, right? Say if it was some single guys on vacation and it was your girls, I'm pretty sure all your girls pretty, and they came up to you all. Okay. It's going to be easy for them to talk to.
Yes, absolutely.
Girl, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Yes. We talk to people. We hold conversations. We make people laugh. We have a good time. And we especially talk about food and recipes and cooking. True. And I let them know I'll cook them under the table.
That is true. One thing about women from New Orleans, they are good people, good-hearted people, and they do cook real well.
And we're nurturing.
But when you cross them, it's nonstop.
That's it.
Y'all, that's another story.
It's a wrap for you.
So let me ask you about this. I want to go back into this COVID thing because they have like you said, different variants. You got Delta variant. You still got COVID. I got one of my homegirls that work for the city. She was telling me today that last month they only had 11 deaths. Now this month had 135. So this COVID thing is real, right? What if a kid didn't want to take the vaccine, but he or she wants to go to school, but the university had a policy saying in order to get educated, you have to take this vaccine?
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I'm very big on choice. I don't think anyone should be forced because whether you take the vaccine or not, I'm not going to judge you.
Right.
And I think that's taken away an individual's rights.
Right.
Period. And so, am I going to say don't get the vaccine? I'm not going to say that. It's saving lives. But I'm not going to twist your arm and make you go and then something happens to you and I feel responsible.
Right.
So it's whoever doesn't choose to get the vaccine, they just have to be willing to accept whatever consequences come.
It was kids though, man.
Yeah, kids. I mean, what age we talking? Because that's the parent.
But even
it's on the parent
in
also.
Grade school. So we say grade school, middle school. If parents, some parents have a religious view on it, like say a lot of Muslims, they don't believe in that. But they have to get education. But the school is not allowing that. So is that fair?
I don't think it's fair at all. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I really think everyone should have their individual choice. If the school is adamant against them, they just have to find another school, unfortunately. Right. But I really don't think the school should force anyone to get the vaccine.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You know, I gotta ask you this because somebody asked me this question. They say, I told them who I was gonna have on the show today, and I told her that you was a college professor, and of course it was a guy. Okay. And they mentioned, I don't know if you remember probably last year, 2 years ago, they had the young lady who was a school teacher in Atlanta. She was super fine, right?
Right.
And she well, to us, to grown men, she was revealing because she wore like a pencil dress or like a tight dress. Cause she was a form woman. Okay. So being a college professor and being, you know, the way, do young men hit on you all the time? So
when I was a high school teacher, I would have that problem. Okay. But in college, as a college professor, I don't have that problem because I mostly have women who are aspiring teachers. Oh, the only guys I have had so far.
Athletes.
Not even athletes.
Or coaches.
No, I don't have that problem. I have not had that problem yet in the college setting, but I have had it in a high school setting.
So, but you know, in high school, them boys, you know, they just hot.
Exactly.
They just talking, they hot.
Exactly.
When I was coaching back in the day, I used to coach in high school also. Them little young girls used to be hot. When I say hot, hot. They be like, Mr. Nelson, we coming to your office. No, y'all not. Y'all going over there.
You got to play it very safe with that.
And they be hot. When I say hot.
No doors closed. No one-on-one in the classroom.
They want to sit next to you, behind you. No, stop.
But, you know, in her defense, I think that she was dressed appropriately. She was just a curvy person.
Right.
So her attire is going to look different just because of how she's built. So.
But still, though.
But so I think the dress was just fitted. No. I mean, she's supposed to wear baggy clothes to school?
Nah, she was too fine. You know that.
Well, she's just fine. She can't help that.
Them little kids know what fine is. The little boys be like, damn, she fine. They be 8 years old, like, damn, she fine. Because they watch stuff on their phone, whatever. I'm just saying because, to me, I'm looking at high school teachers, middle school teachers. Well, no, I'm going to take it to elementary. Even though those kids don't know, but elementary to middle school to high school, these teachers they always look good, but these teachers now look like, I'm not going to say strippers. They look like models.
Well, we're living in an age of plastic surgery and BBLs also. So everything's fitting differently.
But why you got to show it amongst kids?
You can't help but to show it. How can you hide that? Donka-donk.
Well, that's true, too. Yeah, you're right. If that booty got 2 basketballs in that thing, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. So let me ask you this, Doc. I know you do a couple of more things. I know you're an accountant, you're an investor, philanthropist, and you're a foodie. Right.
I am.
I want to get into all those things right there.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about the account side.
So I have an income tax company, the Tax Queens.
Okay.
So not only do we prepare individual and business income taxes, we also train and help other individuals who would like to set up their own income tax offices.
Okay.
And we also assist with setting up business credit.
Yes.
Yes, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be used. If you're a business owner, you don't want to keep using your personal credit for business things. The goal is set up your business credit, let your money work for you.
Correct. It's free information. So the business credit side of it, right? I know how it works, but how do you buy a vehicle or buy, say, property or buy something physical with business credit if you don't have any business credit?
So it's just like with personal credit. It takes time. Okay. It's baby steps, and you have to build it. So initially, you have to start with trade lines. So, in personal credit, it's called credit. You know, you have a line of credit with a company, but with business, it's called trade lines. So you start off with smaller trade lines, 3, 5, 6,000. You have to use those lines of credit over a period of months, pay them within 30 days, pay them on time. You have to buy things.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's not like a Visa. It's maybe different stores like Sam's, for example. You get a business line of credit with Sam's. You may buy some things, some cleaning supplies for your business, whatever you need, Lysol, trash bags, and then you pay it off in 30 days. So instead of using your cash, you'll use your trade line of credit.
Okay.
And so that helps you over time establish the business credit. And then more companies will start offering you credit at higher credit limits.
Okay.
And so you go higher and higher. And then there's also the credit tool. So if there's a credit tool like Equifax for your personal credit, there's one for your business credit.
Okay.
And they also help you along the way with building your credit.
Yeah, because I know about like Granger and Uline and all those guys.
Yeah, different trade lines.
MyJewelers.com and all that. You know, I can give you up secrets and all that. But yeah, but business credit, man, that stuff is hard. That stuff is hard to build. But I got to reach out to you to get some more of this information.
Yes, let's do it.
Investor. So, how long have you become an investor, and what have you invested in?
So this is my new project. It's just starting. So I'm looking at investing in lots.
Okay.
And then building multifamily properties on them.
Okay.
And so I'm working right now to build my business credit and invest in those things. So I strictly want to do real estate.
Okay.
And of course, you know, I have my other investments such as Tesla, et cetera, on Robinhood. I do invest in those.
Oh,
things.
you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you do Robinhood?
I do.
So you do the what is that? Not cryptocurrency. That's
Yeah, I don't do Bitcoin.
You just do coins, different types of coins.
I don't do coins. I do long-term investments. So if you look at Bitcoin, those are really volatile investments. So you can just, as fast as you invest your money, you can lose it. So I don't really mess with that. I like the safe stock.
Oh, everything. I was reading something a while back, and they said everything that you have in your household, if you use it, buy it.
That's the rule I live by.
So I bought Ford. You know, I bought some Apple stock because I have Apple. All my products are Apple, Android, Samsung.
Even the type of wine you drink or alcohol you drink.
This is water, girl. Nobody drinks no alcohol. What are you talking
about?
Tell
that to somebody else.
This is for everybody's listening. This is the water, okay? This is alkaline water.
I don't believe that.
it just makes you feel a little tingy on the inside. But no, from the investor standpoint, I know some guys that, you know, I can put you in contact with to do some of that multi-family home stuff, multi-business, everything, commercial side and everything, yeah.
Yes, so that's my two investment projects right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Robinhood, long-term, and real estate.
Okay.
I really believe real estate is the way to wealth because most millionaires have at least 8 streams of income. You know, I used to have friends that'll say, why you keep starting all these businesses? Okay, because most millionaires have at least 8 streams coming in. You don't stop at 1 or 2. You got to keep going.
That is true.
When you get divine intervention, an idea, step out on faith and make it happen. Execute.
So you a believer of God?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. You said, because I heard you say something earlier about discernment. And now you said divine intervention. I see what you're doing. I see you. You go to church. I see you, girl. What church you go to here?
Lakewood.
Oh, you go to Lakewood?
I do.
Oh, that's not really.
It's Bible based.
Shout out to Lakewood. Shout out to Lakewood. But no, I was saying because a lot of us, especially in our age category, I'm not going to expose your age. 25. Nah, I'm not going to say.
You're only as old as you feel.
Until 6 o'clock.
25.
So, but you know, most of us that go to church, we don't understand that the concepts of God, right? And like how you said, discernment. A lot of people don't go into a situation having that mindset.
Right.
They just go into it, just like, all right, sporadically, I'm just going to go into it and no plan, no nothing. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to meditate. I'm not going to ask God for, guidance or nothing. But I check you out. I saw what you said. You said divine intervention. So you're led.
That's right. And so I have a women's organization called Queens Unite.
Okay.
And so it's for women to come together, network, expand, and motivate each other and teach other women who aspire to do the same things how to do it. Because there's so many people that's just afraid to take that first step. Like, how do I do it? What do I do? And then once they do it, how do I organize my finances? How do I, keep up with my bookkeeping? And so that's where I come in and my friends who do the same thing, just to help other women. Because, look, there's enough money out here for everybody to make.
Yes, indeed.
And so I want to see everyone win.
Yes. But, that's what you just said is a big thing because in our community, we think that if we get, say, 400, 500, 600 net a year, we're going to hold on to it.
Right.
I'm like, bro, Get it to somebody else. You're going to be expanded triple time, 10,000 times more if you just give it away. Like, not, and I ain't just saying physically money, but knowledge.
I always say scared money don't make no money.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, if it happened, I threw it against the wall. If it didn't stick, it didn't stick. Just keep it going.
But I'm glad you said that because it reminds me of this book I read by Joseph Murphy, and I recommend everyone read this book.
Okay.
The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And so many people have a fear mentality that they feel like they have to hold on to their money or they're scared to invest it anywhere to watch it grow. But it's all about your beliefs.
Right.
And the things that you've experienced and which you've been taught. And if you train your subconscious mind to believe something different, if you train your subconscious mind to believe I'm worthy, I'm a millionaire, I'm loved, I'm successful, all of this is just going to start flowing for you. But you just got to get that subconscious mind under control and get that fear mentality out of here.
It's like affirmations.
Exactly.
Like, I know most women write it on their mirror. They have their affirmations. I am this, I am a queen, I am beauty, I am love, blah, blah, blah.
Affirmations work, but also meditation.
Meditation, yeah.
And playing those subliminals while you meditate, it will reach the subconscious mind.
So I'm glad you said that. So let me ask you this. So since you said that, so do you surround yourself around people that like-mindedness?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're negative, I can't do it. I have to cut you.
You can't hang around no negative.
If you are negative,
all right.
And if you, I feel like you want to be in competition. I can't surround myself with that energy.
What you mean competition? As a woman or a man or what?
As a woman.
Competition, what you mean?
So there's many women who feel like they want to compete with you rather than eat with you. So I'm not going to have a battle of the egos with anyone.
Okay.
You know, I'm focused on me and what I can do to become better. I'm only in competition with myself. I'm not going to compete with any of my friends. So if I feel like I feel that energy, because you can feel energy.
Right, absolutely.
If you start feeling that energy or negativity, if you invite me out to a group setting with women and the conversation is about gossip instead of other ways that we can become successful, I can't attend these meetings anymore. So, you have to protect your energy and your space and your mindset. It's very valuable.
That is so true. So that's probably why people think you bougie, because you don't want to deal with those type of people.
I don't care what they think. I have to do what's best for me.
You know what I figured out with men, because, you know, men, one, we're not verbal, right? So, but if we feel like we're being crossed, we're not going to deal with the situation, male or female, right? What I normally do, and this is for men, not for women, because, you know, I'm not a woman. I normally stay vulnerable, right? When I say vulnerable, I'm not saying, oh, bro, I love you and all that. I'm saying, like, this is what it is, without emotion. Like, bro, you hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? I use my words. You hurt my feelings, and I can't trust you no more. I think that, me personally, for me, I think that's effective. It's effective for men to communicate. Absolutely.
And I think that's wonderful that you do that. I call that keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Let's just keep it 100 energy flowing at all times. That's the best way to be.
Right. Because we ain't got to be, you know, we ain't got a conflict. We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to have words. We ain't got to say nothing negative to each other. It's like, I felt that was disrespectful. I felt that could have been said better. You hurt my feelings, and keep it moving from there.
Exactly. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I guess that's maturity when you grow up a little bit, you know.
It definitely has to do with growth.
Absolutely, especially from where we from, you know, niggas like to shoot and kill each other.
And I find that a lot of men don't have that. They're not emotionally available. So that's a big kudos to you for that.
Yeah.
So,
I try, at least.
And have emotional maturity.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
I think most men think if they're vulnerable, they feel like they're, I'm not going to use the term, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'm like, bro, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Hell with it. If they think you soft, you soft. It's all right. Okay, that's their thought.
And also fear of being like hurt or looked down upon.
By who?
Women.
Man, that's a whole nother conversation right there. So let's talk about the philanthropy. I know you said Queens International.
So no, it's Queens Unite. So that's where women come together to to network.
Okay.
And so I also have different organizations that I join that, you know, I recommend that the women join too, such as Houston Area Urban League.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and Houston Business Women.
Yeah, one of my partners used to be the president.
Oh, nice.
He went to school with me. I don't know if he's still the president. He might not be. I don't know. He went to Southern with me, yeah.
But they teach a lot of different skills. And so, the money goes into the organization. And so I do my biggest impact I like to support is Houston Food Bank.
Okay.
And I like to raise money when I need to have a conference. I usually support by, using their boardroom, pay, donate. And it's because they do so many wonderful things. They do backpacks for kids, summer meals. We go as a group. We volunteer our time over there, prepare meals for Meals on Wheels for the elderly.
Do you ever go back to New Orleans?
I do. So
do you ever? Let me say this: do you ever bring your money back to New Orleans?
So the only place I bring my money back is my high school so far.
Okay. But St. Mary's is a private school. They got money already.
They've been struggling lately since Katrina.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're even starting to accept boys and become co-ed because of the financial struggle that the school is having.
So how is an all-girls school going to accept boys? I don't get it.
Well, times are changing.
I go to an all-girls school, but you're a boy.
Well, it may not be an all-girls school for long.
Really?
Yeah.
But the tuition was what, like $30,000 there or something like that?
Oh, I don't remember, but I know one thing: they have been having a difficult time. So,
well, I know
with Katrina, a lot has changed.
But that was 21 years ago, 22 years ago. That's a long time ago. Well, you was there, right?
I was there. I moved here after Katrina hit.
That was the best thing that ever happened, right?
So many people went back. But Houston is so progressive. I was able to make a better life here.
Absolutely.
Because, New Orleans is the hood for 90% of the city is the hood.
Absolutely.
And that's where I was living.
90%?
90. So I was living in the hood. But when I moved here, I was able to make a better life for myself. So it was a gift and a curse for me. Did I lose every single thing I owned? Yes, I did. But I was able to rebuild it.
Yeah.
And so I always feel like with a hustler, either you have it in you or you don't.
You don't. That's right.
And most of us from New Orleans, we have the hustle mentality because it was get it how you live.
Off top.
So if you could lose it and you're a hustler, you can get it right back.
That's right. Because I know a lot of people here, and I'm pretty sure you do too, that left New Orleans, that stayed here, and their life for us financially is 1,000 times better if they would have stayed right there in the 7 Ward, 8 Ward, 9th Ward, across the canal, whatever.
Absolutely.
A lot of people went back and they're still in that same situation, but much love to those people too. So let me ask you this before we get out of here. The hustle, right? We just talked about hustle. And I know you said that it was in you. But did you see anything like that, like far as like with parents, family members that had that hustle? Because like you said, I could see the hustle all day, but don't mean I'm about the hustle. Don't mean I'm about that life.
So this is what I think. I think if you look at your parents and you may have one parent that plays it safe, that works a 9 to 5. Like, I'm going to have a job, a 9 to 5. I'm going to invest in my 401k and I'm going to retire on it. And then you may have another parent who is a hustler. It may be in sales, selling cars, going door to door. So which side is going to win? If you have two parents that work 9 to 5s, that's all you know.
It's safe.
You're going to play it safe.
Safe.
So it depends on how you were reared in your home and which side is, because I had both. And look at me, I do both.
Right.
So my mom, she worked a 9 to 5 for the government, and my dad was in car sales. And so I did both. Yeah, that was, I taught and I started a business.
Okay.
So for everyone else out there, it's like, which side is going to win for you, and what have you observed and witnessed, and what do you think is going to work and help you to win?
Right. So finding a man, is that hard? Like, because you got the hustle. You got the hustle and you have, the stable job. But finding a man, is that hard?
So it can be intimidating for a lot of men. It can be.
Because you're gonna require a lot. Not a lot in far as funding, but far as if you can do it, you're gonna look at the man and say, you could do it too.
Non-hustlers need apply. You have to at least have hustle mentality in you.
Need not to apply.
You have to have it.
Really?
Yes.
So, all right. So if a man is charming, he's good looking, he's a beautiful man, he's intelligent, articulate, but he doesn't have that hustle. He just wants to do the 30-year plan, 401k, he's retired, we're safe.
I'm going to be bored as hell.
Oh, my God. Guys, you see that, right? The good girls don't want good guys. They want bad guys.
Why? If you're a hustler, you got to be bad?
Yes.
No.
Because you got to go and get it.
You do have to get it.
By any means. A good guy is not going to go and get it. I'm like, okay, well.
But you know what? In this age of social media, there's no excuse to be broke. There's no excuse to not be winning and at least trying to step out and hustle in some way. There's so many. Everyone's winning on teaching courses on how to do something.
True.
Take one, get out here and do it. Even if you're working 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely not knocking it because I do it myself.
Well, broke is relative, though.
It is.
Because broke, to me, could be rich for somebody else.
Well, I'm going to say working paycheck, working to pay bills and die.
That might be, well, some people might be happy with that.
If you happy, then I'm happy for you.
You said I ain't having that.
But I'm not. If you're talking about me and my dating life.
We trying to, look, the thing is, I'm trying to get these sisters, so most of the guests that come up here that mostly single, most of them are sisters, right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get you guys hooked up with people because, one, I don't want men to be intimidated no more. 1, 2, I want men to be vulnerable in conversation. 3, I want you guys to open up and say, you know what? He may not have what I have. You know what I mean? Because I tell like my co-hosts and I tell people that come on the show all the time, somebody has to be the canvas and somebody has to be the painter. If both people was painters, the canvas would never get painted. See what I'm saying?
But you know, when I was younger, I would probably be willing to do that. But at this age, and you know, I haven't been having any problems.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know, I haven't been having any problems. And so guys have been approaching, coming with the A game, having they hustle together, and things already established.
All right.
And I think that I have been manifesting that with my energy.
Okay.
And I think that once you set the expectations of what you will and will not accept for yourself as a woman, and you know what you want, then you know what you will and you won't entertain. And the right people will come to you when they're ready. That's
true. Energy is everything. Energy, you attract it. You're like a magnet.
I'm big on manifestation.
Yes, yes. And you got to say it. You can think it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna come to fruition.
It's all about what you think.
Absolutely.
What you think about yourself, what you think about others, your perspective, your energy, your frequency, your vibration.
Oh, so
and you got to do the work. You got to do the work to get yourself there.
So you do? Do you do the chakras and the energy stones? And
I do. I forgot to tell you. That's another business I have.
Okay.
So it's called Crystal Candy Jams on Instagram. And so I do have crystals and I make candles, manifestation candles.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Sage and all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
And I encourage meditation because the longer and the more you meditate, the higher your vibration.
Yes.
Your vibration rises and will increase. And your life becomes better.
You know what I believe? And I believe you probably believe this too. As far as with frequencies and high vibrations, we meet people at a place in our life that's ready at that moment.
You are exactly right. So if you are not at your best and you meet someone, you're going to meet someone exactly at the same place you're vibrating at. So you better make sure you're at your best before you go into town.
I don't even think they're a meet. I think this is how strategic energy is. Mm-hmm. And some people, in the religious world, they call it the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. In the secular world, they call it energy, or in the scientific world. I believe that, one, whatever question that we have in our mind, we have that answer. That's one. Mm-hmm. 2, whatever level we are seeking, right, or whatever level that we obtain, we're going to receive that. Because we're open to the idea of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So now it's all about the education of it is how to maintain it while I'm at that level and not think on a lower, on a lower frequency. Because we're so used to, thinking on a lower frequency. But once we get there, how do I maintain it with the type of communication? That's why education, I can say education. That's why preparation. Preparation
and
is
practice
good.
And developing a routine.
Yes.
I got to a point where I said, I'm not going to wake up and the first thing I do every morning is check my social media. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure I get up and have my prayer.
Yes.
After I pray, have my breakfast and my tea, do my meditation, make sure I have myself right, and then I'll look at social media.
I see you. I see what you're doing, Doc. Okay.
Yeah. Routines are important.
Hey, all the single men, I'm about to say married men. No.
I do not date married men, so let's go ahead and put that out there.
No married men. All the single men, blind, crippled, or crazy. Make sure y'all reach out.
None of those. None of the above.
So, Doc, look, give the people your handles where they can find you and all of your businesses that you have. Let them know where they can find you.
So on Instagram, I'm at phdiva__.
Okay.
I have Tax Queens at Tax Queens if you need any financial guidance or tax help or would like to build your business credit. I have Queens Unite, which is the women's organization. We have quarterly events. Ladies are welcome to follow the page and see when is the next time we'll have an event. We do inspirational brunches. We give back to the community. Very hands-on, but we also have fun. And then I have Crystal Candy Gems. If you're interested in purchasing any crystals or just getting instructions on meditation and frequencies and sage and how to cleanse. I even have a room cleansing spray with like frankincense, sage, Palo Santo that you spray around your house and clear the energy.
Right.
Because, I don't know if you have anyone to come over to your house, but people bring that bad energy in there. You got to spray.
I'm from Louisiana. We have people all the time, especially during crawfish season. Have a crawfish bowl. We have people all around the house.
Oh, I love crawfish.
Yeah. Well, we from Louisiana, dog.
Those memes where people say, bring a Louisiana woman some crawfish. Yes,
gotcha.
That's so true.
Y'all see that, huh? She want crawfish and turkey necks, see? Turkey necks and crawfish. And I can say gizzards, but she might like gizzards.
No gizzards.
No gizzards, turkey neck, crawfish, corn, shrimp. I'm gonna get some of that spray for the studio. I have people come in here all the time, but I want the energy to be good.
Yes.
When I come in here. So, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is I thank Doc to come in, and spill her I guess her energy out on us. And now we have some of her good energy as she leave out of this place. But I thank you for coming through, Dr. Rosa.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you, sister, and in all your endeavors. Hope you be successful. And, of course, I'm going to hit you up with the spray and the tax stuff. So I'm going to let you guys know what it is, and I'm going to come back with a before and after so you guys know what is going on. So this is the Costly Distinct, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Peace, love, and nappiness. Hey.